Spring Equinox. We are here on Friday, March 20th to light it up. All systems go as everybody pours in. So we're everywhere. The only thing you need to know about Spring Equinox or any solstices is I am always here on all channels at 7 a.m. Pacific. That's 10 a.m. Eastern. This is always free and open to everybody. So Friday, March 20th, 2026. This is this is like totes, literally the first day of the year. And there's an extra threshold feeling to today being the spring equinox in that we've been in some eclipses. Today is also the day that Mercury goes direct, and we still have a bit of a hangover with Mercury retrograde. It's going to be out of its shadow fully on April 9th. But today is like real threshold day. So everything that you have been letting go of, that you have been marinating on, gestating visions, clarity, getting free, getting clear, New Year's resolutions, all that freshness. Today is threshold day where it's like you really commit, and we are here in this meditation. We're going to be here for about 20, 25 minutes to really pour light onto that which we want to bring into form. So we get all that extra life force and that prana from all the planetary alignments. Doesn't matter what hemisphere that you're in right now. Equinox is a time where we get extra downpours. And this is where I get to use my favorite word, which is vivification. We're going to vivify. We're going to make all of our visions, our dedication, our devotion, our intentions more vivacious. Yeah, we're bringing light to it. So wherever you are, as you always know, if you're in a meditation with me, I take you however I can get you. So if you are making breakfast for your kids right now, you're on YouTube, Facebook, Substack, or Instagram Live, you just do that. We're going to get the vibes. If you're in motion, cool. If you're in a place where you can really drop in, you want to be facing east. Might not have time right now to figure out where east is because you're on your devices, but you can tell on your compass. If you have a candle lit, super. If not, we got lots of light happening. And ideally, your spine is straight. So you're seated in easy pose, or as we used to say in kindergarten, crisscross applesauce. Mostly so there's no obstructions to the energy really flowing from your root chakra through your crown. I will guide us through every step. Now we're going to do, in this practice, we'll do a dedication to merit that I will open us up with. And then in this practice, there's a whole section for the recitation of a prayer. And when you recite, you can either like really articulate out loud, if you feel comfortable doing that. You can whisper it, which is also very powerful, or you can just repeat it out loud silently within. Or, as I always say, you just come along for the ride. And I will wrap with a dedication of merit. And what I want to add before we begin the practice, this is called the inner sun meditation, is that the energy here is about ease. So everything in this, as you're going to see yourself walking in a natural landscape, in all of our meditations and visualizations, we always work with energy because we are made of the elements, the same elements as the earth. Yeah. So to honor that, to create harmony is harmony for all. Okay. I think that covers everything. As always, we'll conclude this practice. No applause, no fanfare. We end with silence. And then I will jump back on in all these spaces, Instagram, Substack, YouTube, Facebook, and we can do like a sweet Q&A. All right. Okay, I'm so glad you're here. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, I'm not at home today. I'm at a friend's house in LA, and I will always make it work. Okay. So your breathing is natural throughout the practice, meaning you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Your mouth is closed. This is what's best for balancing the nervous system. And I'll open us up with a dedication of merit. We dedicate the merits of all practices and our spring equinox devotion to the awakening of all sentient beings and the healing and purification of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. And we have an invocation with love and gratitude, invoking the eternal loving presence of the higher ones, including our higher selves, our inner divinity, and our innermost light, to help us heal on all levels and embody wisdom and compassion. So your eyes are closed, unless you've already lit a candle and you want to gaze at the flame. Your eyes are closed, breathing is natural, and you see yourself in you're outdoors, you're in the nature landscape, you're at the base of a mountain, and you're walking on a snow-covered trail. You're warm, you're comfortable, you're a bit bundled up. And there's that quality of that shimmering reflection, that kind of sparkly quality that we get when the sun is shining upon fresh snow. And everywhere you look, you see a mountain range. There's mountains upon mountains, but you're really focused right now. You're walking on this freshly snow-covered path at the base of a mountain, warm and comfortable. You become aware of the sun above you. Light, luminous, the sun is powerful. It's radiating in all directions. The light of that sun, this is collective soul, by the way, is covering, it is blessing, it is alighting, it is illuminating everything in this landscape. The path you are walking on at the base of this mountain, and your awareness that there are mountains all around you. It's as if you are in a valley. Every tree, every corner, every mountain range is being blessed by this luminous sun above you. Become really aware of that glimmering quality of the snow. These are qualities of luminosity, illumination, really feeling that embrace of divine beauty. Everything is covered in this fresh, glistening snow. You're bending time. You realize you've been walking on this trail for a few hours. This is easy. This is grace. You have the energy, you're warm, you're comfortable. You see yourself walking up the side of a mountain. This time has passed. And what you've got in front of you is a choice to find a place in this mountain range. You're now at the top of this mountain. You have a choice of where to sit. So find a place. Again, you're warm, you're comfortable. Maybe you find a beautiful rock facing, something comfortable where you're going to see yourself seated in lotus position in this mountain range, on top of this mountain, safe, warm, basking in the sun that is blessing this entire range. Okay, so you're seated in lotus position, nothing but sunlight everywhere. And you become extra aware that wherever you look in this landscape, as far as your eye can see, there are mountains and mountains and more mountain ranges. Every mountaintop that you see is also being blessed by the luminosity of the sun above, covered in fresh white snow. pristine luminosity, that shimmering of that golden light, creating that reflectivity, that reflection of light on all these mountainscapes. Could be dozens of mountains, could be hundreds of mountains. Your breathing is natural, basking in this light. Now, really get into this form where you're aware that everything you're going to visualize is going out on this white, snowy, light blessed landscape. It's as if everything you're going to see, all the energy that you're going to be radiating outwards, is being projected on this screen of this light. It's almost like a movie screen that's luminous and radiant. You're going to use your creative energy to pour things out. This is you being an energy worker, by the way. So I'm going to speak into this space some virtues, some soul qualities, and with great ease from your heart center, you sense, you see, you feel these energetic qualities spreading out into this luminous space that we're in. Virtues of compassion. This is easy, by the way. Faith, streaming out from your heart center. Wisdom, it's like light radiating out from you. Trust, extending to all these mountaintops. Hope, joy, and divine light. Really aware of that sun, that collective soul, really powerful, shining above you. You're basking in this intensity of warmth, of tenderness. Now you become aware that on all these different mountaintops that you can see, as far as you can imagine, maybe a few dozen, maybe hundreds, on those mountaintops are seated people that you love. They're also in lotus position. They're also basking in the sun. They've made a similar journey to these mountaintops. Could be people who are with you in your life now, people who have passed, the people that are easy to love, maybe the people that are not so easy to love, a few dozen, maybe hundreds, maybe anyone you've ever met in your whole life, maybe some people that you want to call into your life, all seated in their own meditative pose, at the top of the snow-covered mountains, glistening, basking in that light above. Your breathing is natural. Now, place your attention on your heart center, on your heart chakra. You become aware of this warm, as I always say, friendly, unconditionally friendly, luminous light in the center of your heart. Always there, by the way. And now you imagine or you think, if you're the kind of person who doesn't see things when you close your eyes, you are thinking, you are believing, you are reciting, you're giving this messaging to your mind, just as powerful. We are envisioning streams of translucent light pouring out from our heart center. It's this yellow prana. This is life force emanating from your heart center, connecting to the heart center of all the people that you see on the mountain ranges. This is easy. This is love. This is grace. This comes naturally to us. Ribbons of white, gold, luminous light. They can be streaming from the front of your heart center, from the back of your heart center, upwards, downwards, with great ease, connecting to the heart centers of all of the people in this landscape seated on top of the mountains. So we're now connected to everybody on those mountain ranges, basking under that light above us. Light from their heart centers, streaming to your heart chakra. So easy. This is love. You become aware with all of these crisscrossing ribbons of light going in all directions from all of the people in this space. We've created this grid, this luminous matrix of light. It's very fabric light, strands upon strands of golden light weaving. This energy grid, you become aware of the pulsation of life force, divine love, divine light. This is the fabric of true reality. Qualities pure, pristine, luminescence. Breathing's natural. We go into prayer. So I'm going to offer up this devotional. And again, you articulate it out loud, silently within. You just ride this energy. You just really light up your heart center. One more time, you become very aware of the qualities of luminosity, vivacity, vivification, vitality of light in this space. Really make this prayer from the most robust, intentional space in your being. May the emanations, permutations, and blessings from my heart center and the connected heart centers of all those who practice together radiate through all dimensions and directions, cleansing, purifying, sanctifying, lifting up and harmonizing all spaces and interspaces, so that all beings everywhere are enveloped in deep blessing and divine union with their inner sun, with their higher self. May the inner sun, our divinity, light up all and everything so that we may individually and collectively learn to accept our soft spots, our woundedness, our shadow spaces, with the loving inclusiveness of the inner sun, our soul consciousness, our Buddha nature, our Christ nature, our divine light, our divine love, our divine power. May all elements everywhere transform, harmonize, and rebalance, leading to vaster vistas of consciousness for any and all. Thank you. In full faith, so be it, and so it is. So just take a moment. You're sitting in this beauty that you've generated, emanating, radiating, been given, receiving, extending. Qualities of luminosity. These beautiful heart connections to all the beings in this space. This balancing of all the elements, earth, water in the form of snow in this visualization, fire with that sun above us, air, ether, glistening light, radiance. We honor our capacities using our free will to align with the higher, with the soul. Have that light pour into us, into our energy bodies, our physical body, astral body, mental body. That light blessing our thoughts, our every thought, our speech and our words and all of our actions. Thanks for our capacities for higher consciousness, divine love. Lighten it up today. Okay, and then we move towards conclusion of the inner sun practice, the spring equinox day. And we conclude by giving thanks. So I'll wrap us up with our gratitude prayer. But right now, if there's anybody that you would like to thank, all parts of your being, the deities that you work with, your unseen and seen support system, your friends, your beloveds, your guides, your teachers, everybody who's come into this space today on this equinox via all this technology, to help really amplify our intentions for divine light, divine love, divine power. Everything we're here to bring into form. Thank them. And then with love and gratitude for the eternal loving presence of the higher ones, including our higher selves, our inner divinity, and our innermost light, for helping us to heal on all levels and embody wisdom and compassion. We give thanks. Mm-hmm. You breathe your eyes to open, if your eyes have been closed. We're going to conclude this spring equinox practice. And I'll just mention that I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to quickly jump back on in all the same places: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Substack. I think we all needed this today. Yes. And any Q&A, and I want to talk a little more about what's happening astrologically and how we make the most of this day. I'm going to talk about altars. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Wrap up. Thank you for being here. Love.